Hello, this is RICKY, the Android guy. Hey guys, today I'm doing a video on how Apple is misleading their customers or misleading their potential customers. Now, of course, I would never flat out say Apple is lying to you, because that's in another commercial. Also, I don't want to get sued. But I will say that it's a misleading commercial, I would say, and I'll show why in a second. Now, before you Apple fanboys start your trolling, please know this. I have an iPhone 7 Plus. I probably know how to use it more than you do, but feel free to troll, go ahead. And I will do a video shortly, actually, on everything you're going to get on your 3 iPhones this year. And yes, if you didn't know, you're getting 3 iPhones this year, and I'll tell you which ones you're getting that are coming out in the second week of September. And yeah, I know that much about it. So make sure to check out other videos after you troll. Okay, now let's get to this. With the iPhone 7 Plus portrait commercial, they are showing a photo that, again, I will not say is a complete lie because, well, a complete lie would be a commercial like this where earbuds don't fall out of your ears. That clearly would. But let's get back to this one. So for this commercial, it shows taking a photo indoors, and you have that depth effect, that portrait mode, and everyone goes crazy over how good this camera looks in this portrait mode indoors. And this isn't the only one either, because they also do another photo indoors as well. But see, here's the thing about this. It's bullshit. Apple cannot take a portrait photo indoors. It can't. It just can't. Now, this is telling you that it can with a very low light, and we'll get to the difference of how low of a light you can get. But you really can't take a portrait photo indoors. Now, when you're out in a bright day, yeah, you can absolutely take a great looking depth of field photo, right? By the way, this was taken with a Samsung, not an iPhone. For those of you who thought that iPhone was the only one that could do this. But I just wanted you to look at the photo first. That being said, Samsung takes it with a long focus photo. So it takes multiple shots all the way through to get this kind of effect called selective focus. This was back on the Galaxy S5 that you could do this with it. However, the whole purpose of the dual lens is so you can do it instantly. You don't have to hold your camera there at all for a long time. It just does it instantly. And a lot of Apple people like to think that Apple was the first one, even though at the same time of that S5 coming out, the HTC M8, which Apple shares patents with, HTC and Apple share patents with each other, was the first one to do this dual camera selective focus style of bokeh effect. Now, that being said, with the iPhone indoors, you can't take it like they did. This is what happens. So when you try to take a photo indoors with an iPhone, you keep getting more light required. And you'll see how much light is in this room in a second. But this room is lit from every angle. There's a light behind me, there's a light on the right side of me, there's a light, 2 lights actually behind this phone as well. All of them are on. This cannot take it. We tried this in every single room in the house. There was one room that got enough light, and that was the kitchen. And again, this gives you the look at the depth effect. So right there, you can actually see it says depth effect highlighted. Depth effect is not highlighted on this photo. That's when it means it's working or not. But here's the thing. With this, I can be under a damn light. I could be directly under a light, and it's still not giving enough. And if you're wondering how bright this room is, this is how bright this room is. A room this bright cannot be done on an iPhone 7 Plus. This bright. If you're wondering how I took this photo, this was with the HTC M9, another dual lens camera that's currently out right now. And this one could do it like that. And the reason why I showed this photo is because this is one that like a Samsung phone could not take because it takes a long time to effect. Same with the Pixel XL. It could not take this photo because you need a split second because my dog immediately ran after I took this photo. I literally took it and then ran. Now, she doesn't look perfect here by any means, and I didn't edit this at all or fine tune it like you can. You actually can fine tune it after the fact you've taken the photo on the Mate 9. It's a great phone. We're going to be doing the review for that soon. But it's not the best, especially because her skin tone, or rather fur tone, is very similar to the carpet, so it kind of blends a little bit, and you can see the top of her head kind of blending in with that. So, again, not perfect, but this is more to show you that this is the amount of light that the iPhone could not do. The kitchen is the only light it could do it under, and again, I had to be directly under the light. When I was too far ahead or too far back, it could not do it. I literally had to be indoors, even under a light that is as bright as this, it would still not work. That is amazing to me. That's how bright it was there. Now, what does this mean for the iPhone 7 Plus? Well, it means you can't take really low light ones. For instance, these were some low light ones I took again with the Mate 9 and the Galaxy S7 Edge. Again, they can blur out the background and still take the photo. The iPhone one just could not do it. It kept saying more light required, more light required. I literally had my editor move every which way to try to take the photos. That's why I'm not happy in a lot of these photos, because I was tired of taking the same photo over and over and over again and it not working. But on these two phones, it did come out right away. I didn't, again, we don't like to check or, oh, let's make sure we get the perfect shot. No, because you won't do that. You're just going to take the photo and hopefully it turns out good. Maybe some of you might take a million shots there, but I just like to take one photo because that is how you guys will take photos. So this is how the low light comparison looks. But what about that kitchen photo that we just saw the iPhone actually achieve? Well, for that kitchen photo, this is how it looks like against the Galaxy S7 Edge. Again, the S7 Edge, you have to hold it there for a second before it takes it, so it's not as quick as the iPhone 7. And that is, of course, why the iPhone 7 should do this better. But as you can see, from a dual lens camera to a single lens camera, the Galaxy S7 does a much, much better quality job. But not only that, let's go dual lens versus dual lens. The Mate 9 still again does a better job. You don't see the pixelation that you see in that iPhone one. And if you can't really see it because of this video, let me zoom in a little bit just so you could see the difference in the pixelation between these two. It is definitely noticeable and it definitely stands out. So overall, I just get really upset at this commercial every time I see it, because every time I see it, I see that it's really misleading their customers. There is absolutely no way this could work, because look at how dark this is around the photo. Do you see this photo? Do you see how low light this photo is? Look at how low light this is. Again, remember, this image is what it's taking, right? This is how bright of a room the iPhone could not take. This bright, and this is what the iPhone is saying you can do. Now again, this is Apple's marketing company. So the people who are controlling the marketing are the ones who are selling this. But you know Apple oversees that. They definitely okay this because that's the way Apple is. They are not going to leave it up to this company to just cement this. And I just feel like Apple should do a disclaimer. I feel it's very misleading because you cannot take an indoor portrait shot anywhere near this low of a light. So that being said, please let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Trolls, if you got this far, make sure you let me know in the comments exactly how you feel about it. And if you want to try to tell me, hey, I've done this kind of photo on the iPhone 7 Plus, well, then go ahead and please show me at one of these social links. These are my social links, so go ahead, check me out there, post it, tag me on it, and show me what you could do indoors. Alright guys, hopefully you did like this video. Again, later on this week, we will be doing a video on the Samsung's phones that are coming out this year and iPhones that are coming out this year, exactly when to expect them and what they will have. Alright guys, thank you as always for watching. This has been RICKY, the Android Guy.